We now welcome back Dr. Brittany Burton from the Eastlake Pet Orphanage, and today she has with her Skinny the cat who, well, as you very well might remember, is not so skinny.
With a cat, the general average size is anywhere between 8 pounds to 12 pounds. For a cat to reach 42 pounds, it has to be something more than just cat food. There's just no way for a cat to get that size. Skinny came to us from the Richardson Animal Shelter. We don't know the full history, but I will tell you, we knew immediately that he needed some serious help. He would have progressed to the point where he couldn't have moved at all. And then he would have probably developed a bladder infection that could have gone to a kidney infection that could have shut down his kidneys, and he could have died. You can see across the sides of his chest, he has probably about 2.5 inches of fat on each side, almost 3 inches on this side. It's so much work just to expand his lungs to breathe on a regular basis, just sitting there. So we have to really let him decide how much he's going to run and move on his own, and right now just work on the nutritional side of it. He dropped almost a pound in the first week. That's scary.
And that's something you gotta be careful of, right?
We have to be really careful, especially in cats. I've had cats live, and I've unfortunately seen cats pass away from this. You kind of see how his whole body shifts side to side as he goes. It makes him really sore. It makes it so much more work to expand his chest so that he can breathe okay. The most recent statistics is that over 50 to 60% of all dogs and all cats that are owned are obese. Like, that's not even overweight. So it's a huge epidemic. Unfortunately, a lot of people think it's cute that their pets are a little round. They don't really understand that there's a lot of problems, not only with their joints, but with their metabolic processes and how their body works that's affected by obesity.
103.6. 20.2.
You have to make sure that you're looking at your pet. So looking at Miss Amelia, you guys can tell she's actually in pretty good body conditions. And one of the things I want you guys to kind of look at is checking across their body. You can kind of see across here, she has a little indentation. So she almost has a little slight hourglass to her. You would see this both when she's laying down or when she's standing, and that's what you want to see. You don't want to see a straight rectangle. Also, you can't see her ribs to count, which is perfect, because then she would probably be a little too skinny, but you should be able to feel them. I can count those right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you really need to use your fingers to kind of tell you how they're doing underneath all the fur.
What's his ideal weight? How much should Skinny actually weigh?
I would like to see him at about 22 to 23 pounds. I would be okay with that. I've seen over a decade's worth of animals come in. I have never seen a cat this big. While it's an interesting kind of Ripley's Believe It or Not type of moment, this is actually a very serious, very quickly life-threatening situation for a cat to be in. My hopes for him is to keep him as healthy as possible, try to get his weight down as safely as possible, and I think he could be a really great house cat for somebody. He may bring someone a level of happiness that they couldn't have had otherwise.